Hey everybody, it's Eileen. It's been maybe, a month since I started using that other platform, and now it's like this is a brand new thing to me. God. How is everybody doing? I'm using my new chair cover made by Elizabeth with my little trailer. How did you all do this weekend? Hi, Darlene. I had quite the weekend. Sorry, I gotta make that not going down my shirt. How is everybody? Hi, Elma. Yeah, it's I'm still catching up from the weekend. It was a lot of hours on the road. Hi, Joan and Gina. Tamra, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, Maz. Yeah, it's I'm still getting my breath from the craziness of the weekend. It was like what I thought. A lot of driving, a lot of running around. Hey, Joellen, Leslie, Brenda. Thank you for your card, Brenda. Hey, Karen. But you know, everybody survived. Hi, Donna. So today, what we're gonna do is, I know that we're working on the hey, Katie, the Unconventional Materials Challenge this month. And if you guys haven't seen, go ahead over to the blog and see some of the things that the team has done. Hi, Maria and Saba. Lisa, how are you? Hope you all had a nice Mother's Day or weekend. Hi, Anne. Oh, I hope it is. Hey, Glum. Glum is a star. Everybody loves your book, Jen. Glum. Oh, you like my tour of Dollar Tree? I cannot resist that place. That especially is a good one. And I didn't know, so I had to go through it a little bit first. And it lived up. It's just big, you know? So, hey, Linda, is it freezing up by you? So what we're going to do today is we are going to make this cute little pouch for... Oh, hey, Emma. Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad you got it. You're going to like it. That's what we use to make this. Hey, Anna. This is I didn't really have a chance to do much with it. And this is my husband's phone because obviously mine is being used to do the video, which has to do with also what happened this weekend. Okay, I went up to New York. Mom and I had a nice retreat at the Dollar Tree. It's a cool town. It's got some nice antique stores. Anyway, I get up to New York. Oh, you have spring. Good. And so everything was fine on Friday. Well, we went to the bank. We did a lot of stuff with Mom. That was great. Got a lot done. And on Saturday, we went up to my daughter's. And so we had... presents to bring for Mother's Day. We had to get presents because my mom hadn't been shopping. So we went to a nursery, we got presents. We did our trip up to Connecticut, which was a 2-hour drive. Got up there, had a great weekend with the kids. My daughter, the photographer, took photos, and I really love how they came out. She didn't get them all edited yet, but I think they're really going to be nice. And Mom was just so impressed with her whole operation. We also got to see her studio, which was really nice. Hey, Helen and Alice. And anyway, so we did all that stuff. We had a nice Mother's Day, and then we went to leave, and we got in the car and we left, and I got back to Mom's, got her back with her lady that comes to take care of her. I went and did her food shopping for the week, came back home to her place, and then took off in the car. Hey, Violet. To go back to Virginia. So in all of that packing and unpacking, when I checked my car to unpack at 3 o'clock in the morning, I did not have my computer bag. And I was freaking out because I figured, I didn't know where it was. I thought it was at my daughter's. I thought I could remember it being by the door at my daughter's. So I texted my daughter 3 in the morning, call me, let me know that you found my computer. So she texts me in the morning and she says, I don't have the computer. It's not here. And I'm like, I said some bad words. I mean, I was just so nervous because what I thought was I must have, when I was packing and unpacking the car, left the bag out in my mom's driveway, and either I ran over it or it got wet. And anyway, I was dying. So then I called my mom, and Elizabeth, who is the lady that helps her, who doesn't speak English. So I'm trying to tell them, look for a bag that has a computer in it. And they took me on a FaceTime tour all through the house, no computer bag. And I was like, I'm gonna just kill myself. How am I gonna do this? So finally I thought, okay, show the bag. So I show my paper trail bag, you know, with my trailer on it and everything. And Elizabeth says, oh, I know. So she goes over to a chair in my mother's, you know, where I was doing the bills and stuff, and she found it. And I was so, so happy. But then I was also sad because I don't have my computer to do anything on this week. And I have phone calls, and we've got, on Thursday, we've got a live with Jenny, and I don't have I can't do the platform on my iPad or my phone. I need the computer, so we're gonna do it old school like we're doing now. So good news is computer is found. Bad news is it's in New York. And so my mom, I'm talking on FaceTime with her, and I said, I know it, and it was not backed up because my backup thing was not working with my, I know. I do have GPS. I could have done Find My Computer. Ugh, I didn't even think about that. I was so panicked. Anyway, my mom is on FaceTime, and she's like, well, that's great that you found your computer. I said, well, yeah, but it's with you, Mom. And she's like, well, just use it. And she's like, I said, I'm in Virginia. I'm not there with you because it seems like we're the same. Anyway, no, Mom, I doubt Mom could get it here. I mean, she would have to pack it up. Neither of them drive anymore. They just couldn't do it. So I'm going back to New York on Friday anyway because I'm taking 2 turns. So anyway, I'm going back. Yeah, beam it up is right. What a disaster. So, but the good thing was at 3 o'clock in the morning when I couldn't find it, I was just convinced it was at my daughter's, so I slept great. And it was in the morning that I panicked. Anyway, good news, we found it. So I will get it next week. Or Friday. So, you know, of course, there's all these things I have to do. Like, I cannot ship an Etsy order. I can print the sheet out, but I can't do the postage on my iPad or phone. Anyway, I wrote it out by hand, so those people will be getting handwritten, hand-addressed envelopes. So, all's well that ends well. So, also the other good thing is I got in my Etsy update stuff. So I have, and this is what we're going to use today. And I might use a different color on the next project that I do. These are the leathers, and they were really nice weight. I like how they came out a lot. I was a little nervous I didn't know if it was like not having my right hand. That is exactly what I felt like. I just can't do anything. I'm just gonna, and my daughter did say that, you know, Mom, just take a week or take 4 days and plant your flowers and just do things that you've wanted to do that you can't do without your computer. And I said that, and I tried to do everything on the iPad and phone, and you can do a lot. I'm here to tell you. But yeah, this is kind of the first version, and I do like it. I can see that I need to stitch this down. I was kind of hoping to add, uh-oh, she had a tornado that took, oh yes, Janine, oh my God, that would be scary. You can tailor this. Actually, I'll show you when we get to this part, but you can make it whatever size is going to fit your iPhone, okay? Or your phone, or whatever you want to put in there. Yes, step away from the tech. I know, I tried, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to be late for sending these orders and stuff. Anyway, let me just show you what we have now back in the shop. We've got our little trailer. So hopefully on Tuesday, I'm going to do a project with the trailer. was going to do it today, but I wanted to see how this worked. We also have lots more mat board in there. I've got more easy cut adhesive. I got the 1/2-inch tape, the thick tape. I forgot to bring them in here, but I have both of these, the 1/4-inch and the 1/8 inch. I've got the easy cut adhesive. I've got the easy cut, the foam. Let's see if I have a thing up here. Yeah, so that's restocked. Is it this one? I don't know. Anyway, the foam adhesive, I have that too. So that's good. We're not going to use that tonight, but we have it. Also, more passport books. Hi, Sylvia and Sandy. Glum. Yes, thank you, Glum. And we have more of the folio books. I have 12 more of them because those sold out pretty fast. So that's what I'm going to use tonight for this project. And really, you could use other dyes for this too. You just have to kind of think fabric, and it's a little different than the mat board in that it's not rigid, and so it works a little differently, but I think you can make a little purse out of this. Hey, Mitziana and Carol. The good thing about this is that these holes, I kept them on there to kind of stabilize here in case I did add a hanger. And so you have these holes that are right here, which I might cover if I were gonna, if I finish this. So I could put my string or chain or whatever I use for a, yes, that's right, Charlotta is, yeah, she's got a lot going on. Keep her in your prayers, guys, okay? Yeah. Hey, Tanya. So I'll just show you how I did it. I can't do everything here because I stitched this up on my machine, which is around the corner, and it's a disaster back there, so we're not going there. But you could hand stitch it, and I thought, I don't know if you can see here, but I just did a straight stitch down the side, but that would also look pretty if you did a blanket stitch or some other kind of decorative stitch down the side. So the main thing that I wanted to see was, is the leather going to work with the felt? And it did, and I could stitch through it great because I sewed that part on. And, oh, good, Loretta. Hi, Donna. So anyway, I was happy with how it came out. I can see that there are some changes I might want to make. I also found I made a big mistake, which I don't want you to do, and I'll show you what not to do. I'm not sure where it is, but I had a piece that I cut too short. I cut a steep V, and it was too steep for the sides, and then I had to cut another one. So anyway, I'll show you all of that, all of my mistakes. If I can find them. And I tried to hide everything and put it to the side so it's not in the way. And anyway, I'll tell you what not to do, okay? All right, so now I've got to turn on my iPad and hope that that is going to work so I can see what you're saying. So let me do that first. And it was quiet too long, so... All right, the other thing that we're going to use, and I do have these in my Etsy store, this is felt. This is a heavy duty felt, and it's a Kunin felt. And if anybody was there during the when I was over there teaching, we used this nice gray, which I love. I'm almost out of it, so if you want some, I don't have a lot of these left. One of them, these are 3 feet, and this is a yard. So I think they're $6 and $10. So if you want any, go ahead over. I mean, the thing is, I bought them on a huge bolt, and so it's time to find another one, but it was out of stock last time. So anyway, I have some, but that's what I'm going to use because I really like the body of it for you know, if you're making any kind of container, okay? So let me put my camera down. I hope I remember how to do this. We'll see. And see if we have, yes, we have comments. Okay, we're in business. Okay, so in thick clear plastic, that would be cool. Oh, the cork insert. Oh, that would be cool too. All right, let's put the camera down like we used to do in the old days. There we go. Okay. And let's get going on this. All right, so here it is, and here's the die. And so what we're going to do is we are going to cut one strip of this, and I have enough to do, I could do this blue again, or I could do the gray. What do you guys think? What color? What color should I do? Different one? I'm looking in the comments, but it's kind of light to see. What do you guys say? Gray or turquoise or whatever that is? I forget the name of it. It's a pretty name. I don't know what it was, but something storm, Arctic storm, I don't know. Anyway, what color leather? Well, that's the question, because we have these colored leathers. Oh, here's that other piece. So I thought do a different color than this, even though that would be, I probably wouldn't do gray and brown, because that's like two neutrals to me. So I would do, what color do you think? Gray. Okay, gray. And then what color leather? You think the turquoise or the red? Whatever you think, I will do. All right. Oh, also Karen Gartland asked me to say that she has a create and swap group and that you should get in touch with Karen if you want to be part of it. Okay? Okay. It might be delayed a little bit. I don't know if you want gray or, I mean red. Okay, I'm seeing a red. Red with gray. Red. Turquoise. Mitzi on it has to be difficult. All right, I got 3 reds and a turquoise, so let's do the red. There's 4. Okay, I think this will really stand out and it will be cool. Now, this piece was like an end, so, you know, when you get a piece, it comes, it's like 6 by 14 or a little more. So you would have a whole piece, but I'm just using a remnant here that I, you know, it just came out that was the end of it, even though that is kind of cool. It's like a live edge, you know what I mean? Anyway, all right, let's do the gray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this whole piece here. So I'm just going to take that and lay it on here, make sure that I cover all areas. I'm not going to use that little piece there, and I'm just going to cut it on my die cut machine. And it goes through really well. It kind of squishes down a little, and you might get some lines in it, but it doesn't go through. But I am going to show you a trick for when you cut the leather, because that could go through. And this is something that we talk about all the time when people are worried, oh, that went through my thing and I have lines on it and I don't want it. Let me show you how you do it, okay? So here is the piece. This is the base of our project. That's going to be our little, you know, this piece right here. We're going to use the whole thing. Uh-oh, my thing is coming up. Okay, so you can see, and then this extends, you know, down to here. So I just folded this up to make that work. Okay, so that, now we have that, and now the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm also going to use my die to cut my leather flap, okay? And I'm using these nice shears from Lisa Townsend, and I did try to keep all of my edges straight, and I'm going to use this. I want a piece that is 5.5. I went ahead and figured out, okay, for my my iPhone 11, which is a little taller than my husband's because he's using my old 6. So mine comes up to right about here. And so I figured out, okay, I want my flap to be like 5.5 inches, I think is what I came up with. Yeah, 5.5 inches. So you might want to adjust that if your phone is smaller, you know. So whatever it is, that's what you do. So I'm going to go with 5.5 again. So let's look on here and see where there is a piece that's 5.5, and that's going to be right here. Okay, so we're going to cut a piece. We're going to lay one end here and one end here. But you can see there's a score line. All right, that might be a problem. We don't want it to cut. So let me show you what we're going to do to fix that. And let's cut our piece too while we're at it. So I'm just going to lay this on here. And what I did was I just used, that's pretty straight, but let's even that up. I'm just going to trim this. And the thing that I like about this leather is that, you know, you can see the lines perfectly, like where the grain of the leather is. And you can just, you know, trim right along there and make it even. So we're going to do that on each side. The other ones are going to cut. All right, so that's one side. So we'll lay that there. And this one, we're going to go here. And actually, I'm going to go a little longer just so you can see what happens when you can see that score line. So let's do it and then I'll show you. Because this is what's going to happen when you go to do this. Okay, so now we have a nice square. We're going to put the right side facing down, and then what we're going to do is take a piece of scrap felt. Now you can use felt or you can use leather. I did both. And what you're going to do is you're going to use that as a buffer so that that scoring does not cut into your leather. Okay, I'm going to do 2 strips of it. And you wait until you see what happens to this. It's really kind of cool. All right, so see, this is a score line right here. Does everybody get what I'm talking about? They sure look like the brand. I don't know what that means. Okay, so I am taking 2 strips of felt and I'm going to lay that over that score line right there. So when I put my felt on top, the scoring blade is going to cut into the felt and not into the leather. Okay? You just want to make sure it stays pretty much where it's supposed to be, because it will cut it, you'll see. All right, so now we want to line this up pretty much straight if possible, and that looks pretty good. So let's put our top on and let's cut it, and that's going to be the flap for our phone case. All right, and guys, don't forget to tune in on Thursday because Jenny Atkinson is going to come on, and we're going to have her. She's going to show us how to make a this cool folio that can go inside our journals. Really cool, out of 1 sheet of paper. Jenny does amazing work. Okay, so here is our. See, now look at that. Didn't cut, and of course I did it crooked. Urgh! Well, shoot, look at that, way off. Oh, that just makes me so mad. But look at this. If nothing else, it shows you. See how that cut into that? Cut that one apart, and this one cut into it, but not into my leather, because I was going the wrong direction. You know, that it would have shown up on the side. Well, let me show you how this should go. Oh, I might have to cut that turquoise after all. All right, so now we have it. I don't think I can fix that. You wouldn't believe how mad I am. Hi, be kind. Oops, oh well, yep. Okay, so here is how that's gonna fold up. And you could leave it plain even. You know, that doesn't look horrible. Well, and I am going to trim off some, but this is where I messed up on my other one. I did it at too steep an angle, and then when I went to put it, you know, this was like that, and then this had to come here, and I had a gap here, which drove me crazy. So I redid it. So, and I just did a less steep angle. So, you know, you live and learn. I'm glad I did one ahead of time because I would have messed it up. Not that I've never done that before. All right, let's do another one because that's just, it's no good. All right. Anyway, I like cutting the leather. It's kind of fun. So let's just look on here. We have So this doesn't matter as much because this is going to get chopped. But see how nice that cuts? Alright, and then let's just measure this, make sure we have enough. And you know what I'm going to do again is make it a little bigger because I want to show you the lines that do get scored in here. And this time let's just do a little scrap of the leather instead of the felt, and you can see how it works to protect the leather from scoring through. Alright, this time we will line it up better. Alright, so first we're going to put our leather over the blade. Doesn't matter up or down. And then I just want to make sure I get this straight. Does that look straight to you guys? I think it does, but it must have shifted before. So very carefully, I'm going to do this again. All right. Sorry about that. And like I said, I'm not going to be able to do the whole thing because of the sewing machine, but you can get the idea of it. And you could use any leather. I mean, this is only showing up because it has a pattern on it, which is nice because it does give it dimension and make it look cool. Please, please, please be nice. Not perfect, but not as bad. So, and all right, now here, can you guys see that? There is a faint line here. So I'm going to trim that off, and I can see exactly where that is. And so that's what happens. It didn't cut through though. And I don't know if the camera's picking up the little score line there, but see, now this, yep, came apart, but not a problem on our actual leather. So that's good. Okay. All right, so let's now give this a little angle. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take my piece, and yes, it's not lined up exactly perfect, but the way I get the center is I know that it's 5 1/4, so I do one little extra notch here, one over here, and then I know the center is right there. And we could just measure that too. And then I put a little mark there. So 5 1/4 would be 2 5/8. So let's just do a little dot. Oh, my nose is running. Let's start that down there. Okay, 2 5/8. All right, and then I'm just gonna I'm gonna line my ruler up with just like, let's see, let's move it up a little bit. We'll do 1 inch. Just make sure your sides are right and straight. And then just take your, we're just gonna go to the 6 line here. So we're gonna take that little center thing and line that up over there. And actually I'm gonna use this. I'm going to go sideways so I can see it better, because maybe you guys can see it, but I can't. I need to. I've got a blade in my hand. You guys are dying. You're going to think I'm going to chop my arm off. I know you. You don't trust me with sharp instruments. Okay, so look how nicely that cuts through. And I'm just going to turn it again. And there's my dot. And I'm just going to line that up with the side here. That's the 5 inch. And trim that off. And then we'll have our little flap. Okay. So that's cute. All right. Did everybody have a good weekend? I hope so. All right, and let's see, where's our other piece? Where did I put it? Here it is. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to hide this because it's got the holes in it, and like I said, if, you know, when I go to finish this, I'm probably going to put, I don't know, maybe a strip of ribbon or something here to just hide those holes. But at the same time, it's nice because it overlaps, and so it's nice and strong here, and it's not going to cave in and collapse, you know. So what I would do is just, the way it comes out on my iPhone is, this is my flap, that's what where I want to put it, and then this is like the center hole there. So I would just poke another hole. I'd probably take my Crop-A-Dile and punch a hole there, punch a hole here, and then just loop a little hanger through if you wanted to have that, you know, to help you carry it. So what I did was, first I glued this with, I can't remember what I used. I think it was this, my zip dry. I really just wanted to hold it in place because I sewed around the edges, so it just has to hold for a minute. So I just took a little bit and I put it on my, I put it on here, I think. So you just run a little adhesive. This is my dollar store glue container. See how handy? This one just releases so much better than my actual glue bottle. This is Fabri-Tac, I think. But I just like it because this is softer than the, oh, it's 3-in-1. You know, it's just, if you have hand problems, this one is softer. And it comes 2 in a pack from Dollar Tree. I swear you're going to think I work for them. I don't. But I should. Okay, so that is wet. So I'm just going to set that on there for a minute and just try and get it straight. You could line up, actually, I think I put it a little bit higher. I think I got it so that all of these notches were, yeah, that looks straight. And then I took some of my heavy dies and I just set them on there. These are leather stamps, so they weigh a ton. So I put them on top just for a minute before I went to my sewing machine to put that through, you know, to stitch it. And then all I did was I went through and I started here on the front, you know, and just I started here and went around and top stitched, and then when I got here, you know, I hit the part where the actual parts I wanted to be together were, and then what I would do is stitch across here. I didn't do that on this one. It doesn't look finished, so I would do that. But you could hand stitch it. Now I don't know how that would go if you hand stitched it, so I might try that tonight. I was thinking, my husband and I, we have not watched TV together in I don't even know how long, because we're never home. Don't sleep on the Dollar Tree. Okay. All right, Tiffany. I would want to, but I know that you guys would be mad. You know what I should do? When my trailer gets up and running again, I should go on a tour of Dollar Trees. It's all the same stuff, but I just love it. All right, so, you know, this is the basic idea. So whatever dimensions your phone is, you would put it down here, you know, and lay this in there, and then just fold your flap over to whatever. Now see, that's what I was saying. If you have a smaller phone, then don't cut this at 5.5. You don't need that much. Just cut it here and do, you know, as much as you need, with allowing for a little bit here where that's gonna, you know, you want that to come up to this, you know what I mean? So then all I did was I got some Velcro, and I may have to adjust this too because it's coming off a little, and you will find that with felt that it does, after a while, kind of release, you know, it just peels off. I did find one time that if I could attach this one, or this one, it sticks to the felt itself, but I had put it on the wrong way and I didn't want to pull it up again. But wait, let me find one and you'll see how it sticks. You know, so this one is the flatter one. So you can take this and see how that's sticking. That will pretty much keep it down. But if you have a phone that's pretty heavy, so you might want to, you know, add that too. Or you could do a magnet closure. You could stitch one inside, you know, and have this one come down and meet up. That would work too. Or you could do like a little piece of, you could do like a hitch fastener and, you know, a piece of elastic here that could go around it. But I was just kind of experimenting with it, and I did the Velcro because it was handy. The other thing that I thought I might do is go around and just kind of color this with a marker, because I didn't have any tan thread, and I think the white looks kind of eh. So that metal button and magnet, that would be cool. Ooh, yeah, metal. Oh, I like that. Helen, that makes you feel better. I'm not sure. Some Dollar Trees are better than others. That's for sure. But the one I went in the other night was a good one. I thought it would be. It's just big, so it has just a bigger selection. And, you know, that was a good one. Hey, Wendy. A snap, that would work. Yeah. Yep. But I do like, I think the red was really my favorite on here. But where did it go? Oh, we went off track with that, this one, yeah. I do like the contrast of that, you know, that color, those two. But this is nice too. And the other thing that you can do, now if you feel like this is too fat for it, you know, and you're stitching, and really you have plenty of room here, you know, if you do, you could do deeper seams, or zigzag maybe. Or like I said, you could go over it and do the buttonhole stitch, you know, here. Or you could just trim off either side if you wanted to just hold your phone. But for me, I'd rather put in like a pen and some money and some credit cards, maybe make a flap. You know, you could do a nice flap here. You know, then you'd have to have a closure. Well, that would work, yeah. Or no, see, if you stitch that down, you couldn't do the flap. But you could put a pocket up here that would have a credit card that you could tuck in, and that would hold it in pretty well. I might do that because I was going to cover that anyway. You know what I mean? So I could put in another piece of, and I'm sure there's a die that would do it. You know, I could probably cut it on here too and just make another little flap that would hold a credit card, which would be handy. You know, and then you just, I like when I go to like you know, an estate sale or something, I don't want to carry my whole bag. I just want to have like a little thing with my phone so I can take a picture, and I want to have a pen to make notes, and I want to have some cash, and I want to have a card. So I don't want to carry around my big bag that has my tissues and all my other junk. So this would be handy with a long strap that you could just, or even like a little, I guess like a wristlet thing you could do too. And I have done it where you can cut a strip of this and make a wristlet out of your felt, you know, right on here. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff. I love felt. Don't I have a slotted die with the wrap journal? Let me look, Wendy. I just happen to have a wrap journal right here. Well, I've got a flower insert. Wait, let's look. Maybe on another die. Let's see, pocket notebook. We have this little piece. So that could be, you could put 2 holes, you know, and brad it and then slip the credit card in there or in here, I bet. So there's plenty of things. Just look on your dies and see what you have that's that would work, and try it. Let me see what else we have here. Post box. I don't think that has any. Oh, that's this one. That does have a slot. Yeah. Well, you know what? Wendy, you could just cut out one of these that has the slot that allows a credit card and have this be the back and flip that up, you know? And just tuck that in there with a little... Anyway, yes, there are plenty of ways to do it. It almost makes me want to do it right now, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get myself into trouble, as it happens sometimes. I can't get out of it. So this one, the other thing I thought would be fun would be to do a little stitching down here, like, you know, some of those flowers from the these, where is it? You know, from our die, some of these little flowers, not out of foam, but out of like felt, would be really pretty. Or a half of this, you know. Now that, I'm not sure if that would work out of felt. I probably wouldn't try that because that's just too much little stuff, and I would go crazy picking it out, honestly. So no, I wouldn't do that, but it would be pretty. If anybody wants to, but don't ask me to do it. Now see, you could stitch that though. You could stitch that down, because this is paper leather, or the surfaces. I don't know. I don't know if I'd do that pattern. It's kind of pretty. Or it could go up here. That's too much. I mean, I wouldn't want to cover that pretty leather. Anyway, you get the idea. Does that make you slotty? Stop it, Leslie. You're so bad. Probably. I haven't made slots in me yet. Well, good. That would hurt. We do have, though, wait a minute. We've got the slots from, let's see if that would work. We could make one. Let me see. Let me get a credit card. Hang on. Let's see if this would work, just for curiosity's sake, because that would. I'm dropping things. Here's a little credit card, and it matches. Oh, I don't think it will. Nope. That's too little. But you could put other stuff in there. Would it? I don't think so. Oh, just short. You know what, though? You could put it and then move it over and do it. But let's test that one from the post box, because if you guys have that, you could just chop off this little piece and see, that does fit. That will fit a credit card in there. So anyway, all right, there's always a way. And I would want to have as many little places that I could store my stuff as I could get. And then I would load this up instead of my purse. So, yes, what are more suggestions? You could make a slot, move it over and make it longer. Yes. Cut the bigger slot twice. Yes. Yes, yes. They're all geniuses. See, because they do this stuff. They are good. And thanks to everybody in the fan club, because I was so busy this weekend, I was not able to get on to even say Happy Mother's Day to anybody, because I had my daughter's 4 kids who we watched while they went over to the studio, because her husband was putting in a new flooring for the her new photography studio, and then she had a photo shoot, so my mom and I watched the kids. And so I was upstairs putting the baby to bed, and the 2 little ones, Nora, who is 5, and Hunter, who's 7, they come running upstairs, and they're like, Mimi, Grandma wants you to come down right now. So I go downstairs, and my mother is sitting there, and she has no shoes and socks on. And she's standing up, and she's like, I just can't do this. They put a snake in my nose, and then they took off my shoes and socks. And I said, Mom, you have to tell them to stop. You know, you had 6 kids, you know that. And she's like, oh, I didn't want to hurt their feelings. I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. Just tell them no. So she got all upset, and everything was fine. But, you know, the kids were like, oh, we were just teasing Grandma. So it was like that pretty much the whole time. Meal times. So anyway, she put a snake in my nose. We bought the snake when we went to the aquarium. It was a stuffed snake. It's like, that was a big snake. I hope you didn't put that in her nose. No wonder she's mad. Oh, well, she's a good sport. So, guys, let me see what else. Don't forget, we have our Unconventional Materials Challenge, which is over in the fan club. So go ahead over there and submit your stuff. Just put the photos in the folder. We have a folder for the unconventional materials. So at the end of the month, we're going to have prizes. And somebody's going to win something. Target gift card, so pretty. What else? We have a blog coming up tomorrow, so go over to eileenhull.com and check that out. We'll see all those. An inside pocket using the gift card holder. Ooh, wait a minute. Yeah, we would have room for that. We would. Tiffany, I like how you think. Yeah, but I mean, I would maybe do it a little bit thinner. Well, I don't know. I think you would have room because this is so thick. That's a good idea. That would be cute. And you know, you could make it so that it could come out. You know, like, so it could, like, be, if you did do your little, what do you call it? The, what do you call that? Wristlet. You could, you know, also loop this in and you could pull them both out at the same time. That would be secure, you know, and then close this up with Velcro. This one is the gift card folder and label. Yeah, that would work. Good plan. All right. Hello, Gloria. You know what's weird? Oh, your stuff hasn't arrived. What else are we saying? Grr. Make it with the leather. Ooh, that would be cool. I wonder if I have enough. See, you'd have to, you might worry about those edges though, Maz. The score edge. Oh, you know what though? Well, we have one already. It's like already kind of wrecked. Let's just try it. Not that it's wrecked. I'll just have to lay it where it's going to be going this way though. That's the top. I wonder if we need this whole flap here. I don't know. I'd rather save this for... I'm curious. But at the same time, I don't want to wreck it, but let's just do it. What the heck? It's already messed up. Now, the other thing that you could do is do it like this, and you won't have the leather. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. And let's lay it out so that it's... We don't have a lot of room here, but let's just see what happens. Probably not going to notice if it's wonky because it's already off, and it's going sideways, too. Now, this is... The scoring lines are going to be inside. Oh. That's cute. Yeah, you might have some little... And you know what I do when you've got like a lot of these little fuzzy things? I just take my lint roller and get them off, because then they get on other things and it drives you crazy. Anyway, like that. All right. Wow. Well, that's pretty cute. You can fold it up so it's dimensional, or you could just, you know, tuck it in like that. That would work. Yeah. Who said that? Tiffany? You get a gold star. Look at that. How cute. See, it's meant to be dimensional, so yeah, even if you left it open, but you could kind of just move it down a little too. And wrap it around, and then just do like a little, you know, some kind of something. It's like a little button here or something, or a hitch fastener. I don't know. Just playing. but that would definitely work. Let's put the phone in there too. Yeah, plenty of room. Wow. And for a pen. And for money, which I don't have on me. But yeah, all of that would work. It was Maz. Okay, good. Thanks, Maz. Good job. All right, so everybody make one and come and show it in the fan club. This is not done, but, you know, sorry, I always give you not done things, but it's like I'm working till the last minute. And the point of it is to show you the idea, the basic idea of it, and then you're going to go off and do your own thing with it anyway. So it's mainly for the idea factor, okay? All right. Gonna want to make that work. I think that's cute. Okay. All right, guys. Well, don't forget to come on Thursday at 4 o'clock, and we're gonna have Jenny on, and we're gonna make something. So she's got a list over in the fan club. So go ahead over, get your stuff out, have it with you, and we'll all make it together. Okay. And then if you're not in the group and you want to come craft along with us, go to Eileen Hull Fan Club on Facebook at Eileen Hull Designs. No, that's my page. Go to Eileen Hull Designs. That's where it's going to be posted, because the more people can see it, the better. And go ahead over into the fan club, though. That's where the list is of all the supplies that you need to have to make it. And come with us at 4 o'clock, and we'll see you then. Okay? All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Even though this was old school, it was good seeing you. All right. Take it easy. Bye.